Hi, and welcome back to Girl Games Wow. This is Silvana. First, I want to make a couple apologies. Uh, the recording schedule's been a little flaky the last week, and I do apologize about that. I live in a place where the weather's not been the most conductive, and so I've had to make some time to hide from tornadoes. Secondly, at the end of the last time's recording, there was some extraneous noise that I couldn't control in my apartment. Again, I do apologize about that. But since we're doing quests, I couldn't very well stop the recording and redo it. So we'll just have to live with that. And I'm trying to time when I record better. So this time, again, we're going to go a little longer. We're going to start with this quest right here and continue on our way. I've got some private messages from you guys about being concerned about me and the weather I keep talking about. While I do live in Nebraska, where we do get quite a little bit of thunderstorms and things like that, for the most part, it's relatively decent. Um, the other day, our sirens did go off, so of course we had to go down in the basement for that. No, my except for a little extra water, because I live in a bottom apartment, and with the tornado came quite a bit of rain, so we had a little bit of water issue in the apartment, but the management's taking care of that. Um, and it didn't damage anything. Just got it damaged the carpet, but since it's not my carpet, I don't really, have much concern about that. So the question mark is right here. Now this is where having lead helps. So you look around here and you notice there's nothing here for this question mark to be at. So we pull up the actual quest. And this we might have to actually, I've actually nearly perfected my dream machine, the Sky Striker, the world's first flying mecha strider. But well, when I was putting the finishing touches on it in my secret cavern, okay, so we're looking for a cave. So while what we need might be here, the entrance to the cave is going to be somewhere else. So usually, if you look on the map, you can kind of see where there might be an entrance to a cave. Not always, not the greatest with these particular ones, because finding the cave is one of those things I'm not really good at. So my advice is for this: if you're playing in an area that you haven't seen a walkthrough like this for, now this is beginning to anger me, guys. Okay, look, right there, right there, right there. There's the cave. No, that's the excavation there. That's the cave that's gonna come back this way. Okay. I got it. This is why I suggested you get TomTom. If you're playing in an area where you can't find a walkthrough for it, then Google the quest name that you're looking for. It'll pull up a whole bunch of responses. You want to look for a response that's from someplace like ThoughtBot, WowWiki. There's a couple others that are really good, but those are the first two that pop to mind. They're the most popular for quests. And in that quest description, it's going to give you the coordinates, the map coordinates. So that's why your TomTom then comes in handy. Or if you have the Titan bar, again, it'll automatically have your coordinates up in it. So then you can write those coordinates down and use your TomTom or your Titan bar or whatever other GPS type item that you picked up, because they make quite a few of them, to find the location to the entrance of the cave. Now, caves are not my friend, so we're going to try and find our way in without getting terribly lost. And we're going to get a little help with that because we just need someone coming out of here that probably just finished this quest. So just keep trying to go towards the question mark. That won't always be, you won't always be able to do so. If you run into where you can't go the way you need to, go a little to the left or a little to the right and look for a path to take you that direction. Now what looks like this, okay, I think I see what this is doing, so we'll go this way. We're apparently killing Meko Striders. I wonder if, okay, nope. Oh, and the Robo Chickens too. Hey, okay. And always, if you end up finding that you've gone the wrong way, yeah, he's up on a pedestal there. Try and come back around. You may end up going over the same area a couple different times. Now see, I feel like I'm going back towards the beginning, and I think that's because I am. And this is why I don't like caves, because it is so terribly easy for me to get flipped around in them. Alright. We want to go that way. So we're going to go that way. Okay. These guys are coming back this way, so maybe we're not going the right way. I think the cave systems are one of the hardest part of the game. Nope. I'm going. Oh, yay, Joe. Oh, God. Okay. We've got ourselves so completely turned around that I've gone all the way back to the beginning of the cave. I hate that. This is when I wish it was Minecraft. I could plant torches so I knew which way I'd come from and I knew which way to go back to. Alright, I think we're gonna run out of, nope, it's gonna curl around. If you get lost, if you get turned around, don't get upset, don't get mad, just try to re-find your way. You'll get there eventually, and I'm living proof of that because I suck at the games. Okay, so return the widget to the guy at the lodge. Okay, so we're looking for to get the hell out of here. And I know because we just came from here that this passageway is going to be the clearest. Plus we have those hunters in front of us. Now sometimes you can just whoop, off the edge. Hi. I tell you, of all the things that they have for this game, and they have a lot, I'll tell you that, I would pay money, literally pay money, for a map of the caves. Not this little thing with all this stuff on it. Even if I didn't have my NPC checker on, it's difficult to see the detail of that map. I mean, like an actual like PDF. Oh, that's probably not right because PDFs for written stuff. So a GIF, of the actual layout. I'm really good with how the dungeons are laid out, and I've often wondered if you've ever seen like house plans where it's that overview of how the house looks from, like if you were way above it with no ceiling. I'm good at creating stuff like that, and I've wondered if maybe since I am good with the layout of like dungeons, if it wouldn't be worth it to do that for some of the dungeons. But now most of the dungeons have an actual map like that when you hit the map button. There's very, very few now that don't. And so I don't think that would be a beneficial spending of my time. But if somebody could do that for the caves, that would be awesome. So we're really close to finishing this area. And I'm thinking what we'll do here is we'll go on this episode until either we're finished with this area or until we have about an hour worth of recording done. I'm not so concerned about my rest because, again, while it gives you bonus XP, I wanted to show you while I'm right here. While I'm thinking about that, I told you we joined a guild. So I want to show you why. Here's rewards. Nope, that's the wrong one. Perks. Yeah. Okay, so being in a guild gives you perks, and these are some of the perks that you get. You get an increase to your mounted speed. That's above the increase that your mount already gives you. You have your hearth time, cooldown reduces. You have where you can get into the guild bank anywhere in the world. This is handy if you've put a lot of stuff in the guild bank, or if you happen to be off in some far-flung area of the world about to do a raid and realize that things you need for that raid's been left in the guild bank. You have the quick and the dead. So this increases your health when you're resurrected by half and increases your movement speed when you're dead. So while you're running back to your body, it makes you get there faster. And then if another party member reses you, you come back with more health. Guild mail, any mail you send to a guild member will instantaneously get there instead of taking a few hours to a day, which is the normal case. And mass resurrection, which is handy for if you're at a party and everyone dies. Well, most everyone dies. Instead of, if you're the healer, having to res them one by one, you hit this button, you do them all at once. Now there used to be, and I don't see it listed here, and I don't know if this guild has to be a level 25 with this many achievements. But you used to get a bonus to your XP, and now I'm wondering if it just doesn't show it anymore or you don't get it anymore. Alright, so we're going to complete this quest. He wants to talk to you on the east side of the loch, which is right here by these quests. So remember, we said we're going to go down this road, and either we'll grab these quests and then these ones, or we're going to grab these ones and then these ones, and come back to our chair. With this question mark now being here, what we're going to do is grab these ones, and then these ones. So there you go. Okay, so let me pop up the map real quick. Okay, right down the road is fine. So we'll just jump over the railing. So, like I said, you'll find, especially when you're playing this by yourself, I lit up the quests. I don't look what they are. Foxtails and stable hide seeds. Okay. Well, we'll see if we can figure out what that is. Oh, hi, bear. I got surprised claimed by a bear. So, well, that's new. I don't remember seeing that before. Oh, well, there's a fox. You know what? I found out we do have our provoke. So come here. Okay, there's fox. And oh, it literally, okay, is seeds. Okay, got it. No problem. That makes life a little easier, in fact. Okay, so we need seeds and boxes. So I put the provoke up here. What the provoke does is this. You find it, click it, and it'll make the creature come to you. Which is real handy for this quest, because you notice when I was chasing the fox around, they're not the easiest thing on the planet to catch. So all we're doing is walking around, and we're looking kind of under the trees for the seeds, and we're looking for foxes running around so we can kill them. Even though they're yellow, they're neutral to us. They're not good. Okay, here's a seed. Being protected by a bear. I'm not surprised by that. Come here, Mr. Bear. As always, it's your quest, it's your character. You can play it however you want to. We're getting high enough now that unfortunately we're going to have to run those dungeons if we still want to run them. And I do want to make those videos for you guys without it being a cake. Well, it's going to be a cakewalk at this point anyway. I mean, Dead Mines was, well, that's partly because the people I was with, though. So just look around, you'll see them kind of faintly glowing. Not the foxes, of course, but the seeds will. If you can't, ooh, hi fox. If you can't seem to find any, there may be other people in the area doing the quests. You may not just be looking quite under the right spot. Um, Especially if you're playing a shorter character like a gnome or, oh, I picked up a pattern. What did we pick up? Leatherworking. We're not a leatherworking soul. Put it in the H spot. Getting up on hills helps. As I was saying, if you're shorter, a gnome, a goblin, dwarves to some degree, but not as bad. Also, you'll notice I keep messing with it. It seems to be off a little bit. Your view, your camera view, you can change what angle it's at by left clicking, holding the click, and then moving your mouse. And I'm trying to find the right spot for the camera, but that can be difficult, especially in hilly terrain. Because if you're on a flat, having it in the good position for a flat area will make what you're looking at as you're going up a hill or down a hill kind of completely useless to you. And the same thing, if you put it where you're looking correctly for going up a hill. Okay, I think I need one more fox. Alright, I'm in the area of the fox, and I need to be making my way towards that way. So that's another thing I do if I'm chaining quests, which is what I call this, is if I'm not finding what I need right where I'm at, I'll move closer to where my end goal is. I should be able to find what I'm looking for on my way there without much difficulty. So, okay, so there's our last foxtail. They're going to go back to Forest Strider. We're going to go up here and do hornet wings, mudbelly boars. Okay, the hornets, the boars, but first the question mark. That's my preference. And I'll tell you why the question mark first. There is a 50% or better probability that the question mark is going to give you another quest. We want, especially if it's in the same area with the hornets and the boars, we want to make sure that we have that quest already picked up before we start killing hornets and boars, so that we can get the most done as quickly as possible. This is something that, see, the boars are going to be neutral to us, and I think the hornets aren't. Let's see, they're right there. Oh, nope, they're not. So we got hit by a hornet on our way there, and that's fine. I could have stayed on the road and probably avoided that, but I'm not really that concerned. if I pick up one, okay, so we got a crashed plane. Here's our dude. We'll complete the quest. Ah, we got level 20, guys. Destroy the Twilight Land Shaper at the center of the Twilight Hammers camp. Destroy. Yeah, I said yes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, because that was 20, is I'm going to pull up my mounts. Well, apparently I hit group finder. Alright, I'm going to pull up my mounts. And I'm going to pick one that I can actually. Oh. Well. Okay, I am going to pick one. And put it out on my bar. However, apparently, because this is a different realm than I usually play on, I will actually have to go pick up the writing skill. That's intriguing. Okay. So the dude's here, and the quest he gave us is here. And the other things are here. And this is probably going to bring us back here or back there. So I'm going to do number 1 first. Okay. I was hopeful that his quest would lead in the same direction as these ones, but you'll notice it's not terribly hard and not out of the way in any way to grab a hornet, to grab, oh, I don't think I'm close enough to that board to grab him. Now, a little suggestion here. Twilight. You see Twilight, you're gonna know it. Just know now, it's hard. They're they will kill you. They will happily kill you. So just ease. If you see a person, kill it. These Twilight jerks are jerks. Okay, so we're just gonna carefully ease in here. We'll use a little of our provoke. It reloads pretty fast. It's super handy to pull just what you want towards you. Now see this? See all those red little name tags? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is not a safe place in at all. So just do what you can. Keep your head about you. Break them up into little chunks. And we know the dude we want happens to be down there somewhere. So we're gonna, again, we're using our provokes, we're using every skill we have to do this as carefully as we can so that we don't get absolutely set upon and dead. Now, he should have, if there was someone back there, pulled him with him, but he didn't. Okay, so we want is right here. Twilight Land Shaper destroyed. I think that's that thing I have highlighted right there. Okay, so we know what we want. We want to make sure that we pull people that might rush us, on our terms. That way we're fighting on our terms. We're not accidentally aggravating a massive group of guys. Okay, so we'll just beat the living crap out of it. There we go. Done and done. Now we want to try and come out the same way we went in. So that we have a clean path. Done and done. We'll fight this guy. That could have been a lot worse. But I knew, and this is what I'm trying, this is part of the reason why I'm making this, is I knew from doing this quest a few times how many people are up there and how easily they can pull on you. And I want you guys to be aware of that, because if you just, if I hadn't known, I'd have just maybe walked up there like I've been walking into everything else. And if you would have done that, it would have been very difficult, if not impossible, to stay alive. So, this guy's quest is done. Okay. Near stronghold, which is right there. So we'll pick up some boars and stuff. Alright. Here's our hornets. The bad news with the hornets is they are a collect quest. Oh, I'm gonna get a brawl here. I'm gonna try not to, but I think this is gonna end up pulling a brawl. And thankfully the boars are just kill them. So we're gonna have to check out the stuff we've been picking up here soon. Alright, 3 out of 10 boars. There's a hornet right over here. Nope, not what I need. Okay, here's a boar here. Hey, buddy. Now, I believe that I actually saw it a minute ago, and it just continued walking on its path. That there is a boss, I say boss loosely here, an elite hornet that wanders around in this area. I also do not believe it drops what you're looking for, but it's excellent experience points. So if you think you can take it and you happen to see it, go for it. Alright, 4. Okay, we're starting to get close to the edge of blue. So I want to come back in a little bit. Oh, not a heap. With these guys, they aren't hard to find. They're all over. The bad part is getting them to drop what you need. So, 6 out of 10 boars. I thought, and maybe they undid that, I don't know. But it used to, if you had a tune where you had already learned training for riding, you didn't have to pay to learn it. Well, there he is right there. Haha, come here, you. Oh, I hate this POV. Come here. Thank you. That's better. So we will have to pay to learn to ride. The good news is because we have mounts, we won't have to also pay for mounts. But they're not terribly expensive for the first few ones. They're a couple silver, I believe. I should. I'll see if I can look and see while we go when we go over there. So what I'm going to do with that, because flying takes some time, is I will tack on after the end of this episode a short little thing where I've already gotten to where the mount. Oh, okay. Now I just saw that. It's probably been there the whole time, and here I am killing stuff, not paying attention. There's an exclamation mark right there. So we definitely want to grab it. So we'll just come over here. It looks like it's a tiny little scroll. I don't know what it is, but we'll go and grab it. Because it's just sitting there. Free XP is free XP, right? Not that we need any right now. We're at 20. We're a bit ahead of where we should be actually for this area, but not terribly bad. They're floating between green and yellow. And that's what I was saying about the dungeons. I obviously want to run the dungeons while there's still at least some kind of color for us. But the problem with that's going to be the fact that it's going to give us a bunch of experience. And if we do that, that's going to put us out of level for the next quest area. It's going to put us too high. It's going to make everything there green or gray. I mean, you already notice that we're starting to run into greens here. All right, we need one more boar and a couple more wings. Well, I see a boar right there. The wings will come to me here. Okay, there's another set of wings. Oh, goody. 1 and 1. Now the boar we'll get right away. We'll just kill a boar, it'll be done. Which will be awesome. The hornets we may need to kill 1 or 2 to get them to drop what we need. That's okay, because I'm going to start coming up out of this questing area and back toward where the next part's at. Again, the ones we killed up here earlier have respawned, so there'll be plenty to kill. And motion-wise, that cuts out part of our travel time to the next quest. See, they're not dropping. That's 2 I've killed, and they haven't dropped it. This is the bad part of drop quests. When you're very starting, you get some, and it drops every time you kill an animal. And you get it lured into this sense of, oh, that's what's going to happen all the time. And no, that is not what's going to happen all the time. Okay, so we've finished that quest. We're going to come out here to the road and open our bag. Thankfully, we bought bigger bags. Oh dear, thank you. Alright, we're going to look and see if we've picked up. Okay, here's a pair of boots, and they're not any better for us. Can't use shields, and it's a great item anyway. Male can't use it. Equal to what we have on. So no reason to switch. Pluses, we'll take that. Alright, so there we go. Hit the map. We got this. A whole bunch here. And one little one there. Okay, so no problem. We'll go up here to this quest. We still got plenty of time, guys. But I think we're going to be able to finish this area this episode. So, hey, we got an explorer. Always awesome. Okay, so we'll turn our quests in. Complete. They'll have some quests for us. Okay, so right quick. He's a gunsmith, but he's not a vendor. Okay, that's different. Alright, so he gave us a quest. Let's look at the map and see what we got. Okay, back behind. It wants some spikes and mogoshes. Oh, goody. Spikes and mogoshes. Well, okay then. Spikes and mogoshes it is. Now here's the new character you've not seen. Here's a mogosh. They're big and ugly looking, but not too bad. So just, again, you can't really tell back here. Well, you can as you start to come around. You're going into an encampment with them. Now, they do tend to be a little spread out in this encampment, but still, especially if you go running in, it's easy to pull 2 or 3 on you at one time. At the level we're at, that might not actually be that big of a problem because we are about a level or 2 ahead of where we really should be because of the level and a half we gained in Dead Mines. And you see the spikes, so the spikes will be very easy. He's a magic user, you can tell by the fact that he was standing there doing a spell. So just come right up on him. He can still use his magic, but with magic users, you want to come up on them because unless you have a distance attack, which right now, as a monk, we don't, they will never pull to you. They'll only come so close, and then they'll just hit you from far away with their spells. And we've run out of rest. I figured we probably would. Not a big deal again, but for you guys, again, anytime you're not playing, if you can put yourself in an inn, You'll get more rest that way, and more rest always equals more XP, so it might be worth it. I have a whole bunch right here of these little spikes, so just gonna go ahead and grab them. I see a mage up here, or magic user of some nature. Could be a wizard, could be, I don't know what they are. So, as you guys have seen on the channel, I put up the special episode of Plants vs. Zombies. It's just something a little different and kind of fun to do. It wasn't a full playthrough. Like I said, it was just a little snippet of the game. Yeah. Okay, we found. Oh boy, we found. Okay, guys, be quiet at you for a few seconds here while I try and survive what I've stupidly ran myself into. Oh, please, let me live. Let me live. No, damn. Oh. And that is our first death, guys. Oh. What happened there? You notice it was only two of them, but one of them had a gold dragon and a skull on top of his head, although his level wasn't skull, thankfully. So I ran into a boss elite and a normal mob, and I couldn't switch into my healing spec fast enough. And so with those two things added together, I died. This is what I'm saying about being careful. Okay. Now we are back alive. We definitely killed this dude, so we definitely want to loot him. And here, I'll show you again. Silver dragon and a skull. Okay, so we need another Mogosh ogre and a spike. But we want to try and head towards the exit if we can. So we'll come over here and get the spike. And now we just need an ogre. Pretty much any ogre will do. So I think click on this guy. That makes me sad. Level 20. I thought we could go a long way. I guess if I'd have been paying a little bit more attention of what was around me, I would have pulled that mob before I engaged that boss. Because I knew he was. You also saw that my NPC scanner went off. Because I found what they're scanned for. I'm not going to complain too bad about that. That was a worthy death. Okay, so we'll turn this in. And we'll turn this in. Gorecat crash. I think he's moving us to kill the guy we just killed. Alright, we're level 21. Let's look. No, he's in the cave. Okay, good. I didn't think so, but okay. get our roll out here. We are really close to the end of this, you guys, so, and we still got time, so we're gonna be good. You know, the first hint to tell you that you're close to ending an area is when you hit that explore achievement, because that means you've seen all the areas. And that's kind of what the quests are for. Did I hit the wrong cave? I think I must have. Okay. That's okay. That's the cave we want back there. Let's just take a stroll. I see you. I'm purposely pulling a couple of these fights that I probably, well, that guy probably not, because he's right in front of the entrance, could have avoided simply to keep it from aggroing on me. Oh, we're not getting a lot of XP for these dudes. Okay. I think we can go either way. So now, the reason I said I would tack it to the end of the video is because we are getting close to that hour, but we still have about 20 minutes or so. So if we're as close to the end of this as I think we are, we will just go ahead and get turn-ins as well. And I'll just fly to with it on screen. Because there's some stuff I'm going to have to do back in Ironforge that I said I would keep off of the screen. So, alright. He's dead. Loot him. Get the heck out of Dodge. Okay, I know we went by 2 rats. Try to remember how you came in. Retrace that route out if possible. As much as possible. You'll have to fight a lot less crap. Alright. This should, if my count's up right, and like I said, whoa, oh, I forgot I was way in the back. Ooh, that could have been ugly. That could have been really ugly. Keep a distance. You'll notice I'm keeping kind of to the right. I don't know why. Ooh, I pulled one. Out of all those guys, I pulled one. But like I was saying, I don't know why, but it tends to be, for these guys, it tends to be that right side near that little cave that we went into accidentally at first. But if you stick close to the walls of a lot of areas, you can usually stay away from the greater proportion of the mobs. Not always. Okay. So we're going to come here. Okay, come here. Turn it in. Talk to homeboy. He was directly across the way. So we'll just go over there. Now you know they're sending you back where you came from towards that. That's another indication that you may be done with your area. Okay. Speak to ride the Skystrider to Algas Station. Alright, so we're going to get a free ride all the way over here. While we get this ride, we're going to get a look at where the lock used to be, and here's the big old hole in the dam. I wish I had video of what that looked like originally, because it looked so cool. There was a big head, dwarf head here, and the water came out of the mouth. It was excellently awesome. I know why Blizz did what they did with Cataclysm and destroyed it. I mean, it would make sense that an earthquake caused by a dragon coming out of the ground would cause destruction all over the earth, but that there's so many dwarves, they could fix it. It would look awesome, guys. Travel to the wetlands. Okay, this gets us to the next area. So that tells you for sure you are done with this area. Now we are closer to Thelsamar than Farstrider. So we'll do the quest, turn in at Thelsamar, grab the flight over to Farstrider. And wish that we didn't have to go learn to ride, because we could pop our mount and make this run a little bit faster. That's okay. Okay, so we are currently 21. With where our time is, we're just going to go ahead and ride this out. What we're going to do is, we're going to do, like I said, we're going to go up to Thelsamar and turn that in. Take the flight out to Farstrider, turn that in. Take the flight into Amberstill Ranch, or as close to Amberstill Ranch as we can get. Learn to ride, and that is where we will end our episode at. You notice our gold arrow is pointing the opposite way that we're going. That's because it's still linked to the quest we just picked up. If you want to change that, just click the quest you're going to, and the arrow will then switch to point toward it. But we're so close to it now that oh, well, we weren't even looking for the documents, and it looks like we found a good portion of them. Excellent. So again, the Explorers League is down in this last house. You know, because they have the little Explorer League banner out front. Inside as well. And it's not the first time we've been here. Alright, so we'll turn this quest in. Boom. I just want to check that nobody popped a quest when I turn that in. Sometimes that'll happen, and I don't want to miss a quest, so that's why I check. We'll run up the hill. Keep a little to the left, but don't run into the tree, because the flight guy is right here. Alright, so we're going to grab this guy, and we're going to fly first to Farstrider, so we can turn in that mess of quests back there. How many is back there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Depending on the experience of these 4 quests, there is a possibility that it's going to pop us to 20 freaking 2 or really close to it. While we're flying, let me look and see what dungeons we have. Yeah, Rage Fire is green. It's 21. We have to do that next. Okay. So the next episode I make will be Rage Fire Caverns. It'll be a special episode. It won't be our weekly episode. So tomorrow's episode will be starting in the wetlands, it looks like. Okay, so we'll complete that quest. Oh. Now, there is something a little odd. You don't see that very often. Remember I told you we should basically be done with this area? Well, we're not quite. And that happens. Alright, so we'll come over here. We'll turn this quest in real quick. And another quest popped. I'm done with this area, so what the hell? Kill old Sudi and obtain his head. Okay. Alright, well, we picked up quests, so we're not quite done, even though I thought we were. I said we'd finish the area first, so, okay, let's start with Old Sudi and see how fast we can do this. If we see any bobcats on the way there, we will kill them since that's the other quest, and I happen to see one right in front of me. I'm obviously kind of surprised that there are other quests back here once these are turned in. Oh, he lives up in the mountain. Okay, now this will be fun because we have to figure out how to get up to him in the mountain there because you see his little glowy space. So just try and find. Here, this looks like it might be climbable. Okay, that looked climbable, and it was. I seem to have ran out of climbable guys. Okay, this is when changing our POV is. He's way the heck up there. How am I supposed to get up there? That's too steep. Maybe there? Okay. I don't think so, but we'll try. I was afraid of that. There's definitely going to be a way up. Ah ha ha ha. And sometimes you'll accidentally run into it. So, here we found Old Sudi. We're going to build up our chi, and we're going to beat him up. He's not that scary at this point for us. Okay. I feel bad for little bear cubs. I want one for a pet. Okay. There you go there. And so that you can see the correct way, we'll follow the torches down. So as you come around this hill, if you look for the, here I'm going to change my POV because like I said, looking up is not always good. You see this torch by the big tree, take a right. Okay, now we got to kill bobcats, and they're all over in front of us. So we're going to go a little over our hour. because of this, but I want to be done with this. And I told you guys, and we're so close. Bobcat, hi guy. The thing is, I don't understand why we didn't get this quest back when we were in this area. Why would it? I'm really confused. I'm gonna be sitting here mulling this over, so you'll have to excuse me. I get like this when certain things do this. Well, now you know, because I don't remember it doing this. Come here, buddy. Come here. I need a bobcat, and that guy doesn't seem to care, so I will just totally take you. Hey, boy. I don't like to try and ninja shit from people, but that guy's just standing there with his thumb up his butt, or girl, as the case may be. Don't know, don't really care. If you're silly enough to stand there AFK in a place where things can kill you, especially in a place where things can kill you, and oh, somebody's been doing this quest. You see a couple dead bodies here. Oh, just keep looking for bobcats. We keep finding dead ones. This is where the walkthrough will help you, even though it surprised me. You know that when you come back here, there's going to be some turn-in. After your turn-ins, there's going to be some other questing. There is, you'll notice when we turned it in, it said 5 of 6. There is a 6th scroll. I lost my brain for a minute. Forgot what I was going to say, sorry. For that quest. I don't know where any of them are, so you saw us as we picked them up through the gameplay. I just happened among them. Don't remember where they were at. So, again, you could look that up, and ThoughtBot or WowWiki or one of the other places like that will give you coordinates for each one of scrolls. So you can use your TomTom or other tracking devices to find them. If if completion is important to you. Completion on a normal video game, 100%, is usually very important to me. I want to know that I've finished the game. On WoW, though, there's so much to do, and you're never really, well, you are, but you aren't done. So it makes completing in the traditional sense almost, I won't say undoable, because we're going to hit a point here with this area, and it's not going to be very long from now, where we're done with the quests in this area, and we've explored it, so that in the traditional sense would be completed. But like I said, there's a lot of extra stuff you can do. That is, but isn't part of the completing the game. And there's no real, the other issue with complete, quote, end quote, completing this game is there's no percentiles. So, like, if you're playing Donkey Kong Country, for for an example, when you play, it has on your game when you log in, when you sign in, when you pick it, it says a percent of how much you've done. So if it's not 100%, then you've not done it. On WoW, there isn't a meter like that. My biggest advice, if you're a true completionist, is, well, if you're a really, really true completionist, beware of this game. It will drive you crazy. If you're a majority completionist, then the quests for the scrolls are out there. You know how to find them. So you can always do that. If you don't care about completing, then run what you want to run and go to the next area when you're ready. Okay, now this is goofy. This dude wanted it. Now he wants you to carry it over here to this chick. I don't know why, but there you go. Now it's going to give us an option. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. So we'll just pick an item because we're going to disenchant it. And there's 22. We can no longer, unless we go there, run. We got our touch of death. That's awesome. But we can now no longer queue in random for dead mines and rage fire. That means we'll have to go there if we want to run that dungeon. Oh, poopy pants. Oh well. Okay, now we picked up a quest for this. Find Binky Feather Whistle. It's time for you to learn how to ride. Seek out Binky Feather Whistle at the Steel Grills Depot. Oh, I forgot your gnome. In Dunmorgo. Okay. I keep telling you to go to Amberstill, because that's where dwarfs learn to ride. But you are a gnome. So we're going to go to Keranos, because we need to go to Steel Grills, because we're a gnome. That is something to keep in mind. If you are a different race, you will learn to ride in different spots. So we kept talking about going to Amberstill, which is up here. Actually, nope, it's right there, sorry. Which is right there. There's no flight point in it, so you'd have to fly into the mines here and walk up. Now, since we're a gnome, ours is actually going to be here. If we were human, it would be near Elwyn. In Elwyn. What am I saying? Near Elwyn. Okay, Red Ridge. Elwyn. it would be right here in Eastvale. And then Night Elves learn to ride in Darnassus. And no, not here, other aisle. Right here, no, as you watch. Right here is Exodar. That's where you learn to ride if you are a Draenei. And unfortunately, because I don't remember, and I haven't got my work, I don't remember where pandas learn to ride, and I haven't got my Worgen up high enough to know where they learn to ride. So I know a lot about this game. That doesn't mean I know everything, or that I remember it correctly, like when it came to the writing of where I would go. But I fixed that. So there's at least most of you. Of course, you notice we picked up, it just popped up. We didn't have to go anywhere to pick it up. The quest popped. So when you hit 20, if you're one of those races that I couldn't remember or I don't know, i.e. Panda Worgen, and a bunch of hordes that I'm not going to get into until we start doing our hordes. Okay, so he has our training. So learning to ride is almost 4 gold. We know that the next set is 45, so be prepared for that. He also should have, right here next to him, here's your person that, if you're a gnome, sells your mounts. And the low level ones are 90 silver. And the higher ones are 9 gold. But we're lucky we won't have to worry about that. While I'm here though, anything that has a little gold piece on it, I'm going to go ahead and sell to help empty out the bag since I'm right here. Alright guys, so that's today's episode. Since we leveled too far to go to the dungeons, I'm going to have to think about how we're going to do that now. But in the meantime, thank you for watching Girl Games WoW. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. And next time, we'll be starting, I guess, since we can't do dungeon, next time we'll be starting the wetlands. Thank you and have a nice day.